Knock, knock. Oh, yep, Captain De Conte. I want to talk to him. You drugged me. Oh, Lady Westmacott as well. I'll talk to you while I'm at it. I like the music also. It's very
Captain
upbeat.
Conte is sitting at the bar again. He gave me the glass of champagne last night.
Well, talk to him then. Ask him.
Hello, Captain De Conte.
Hey, Constable Zelna. You're back on your feet again. Glad to see it.
Thank you. Now, why did you give me that bloody
Did
champagne?
everyone drink from the same bottle of champagne last night?
There was more than one bottle, if that's what you mean. There were quite a few guests, and the event lasted several hours.
The last bottle of champagne, the one the Baroness drank from, did anyone else drink from it?
Certainly.
We have reason to believe that the champagne was drugged.
Incredible. But wouldn't that have made everyone drowsy?
Exactly.
Not if it was only the Baroness's glass that was drugged.
I see. That's possible. On a night like that, many glasses are filled and emptied. There are several stewards, many guests. No one keeps track of every glass and every bottle.
A few drops in a glass?
Yes, it's certainly possible.
Okay, so they're saying that someone actually drugged her glass and then poured the champagne in, I think.
What was your experience of last night?
Oh, terrible. Dinner was fantastic. Everyone was excited about having a pleasant drink under the stars. And then this.
You were in the saloon all night long.
As the captain, I have to care for my passengers. After you and the others rushed out, I tried to maintain a festive atmosphere. But when the alarm goes off, I lose the battle.
I can imagine.
How was the Baroness?
She really surprised me. After she was so unapproachable at the reception and didn't show her face for the entire afternoon, I was afraid she was one of the bores and bourgeoisie. But then she arrived in the early evening in the best of moods. Already had a few, if you know what I mean.
She started early.
To you?
She asked me where Legrand's cabin was. I told her, then invited her to come for drinks in the evening. I said it would be great fun. The whole ship will be there, and you don't want to miss that, I told her.
And then?
She seemed to like the idea. She smiled, and then left again for a few minutes. Then she came back and seemed very happy. We drank a toast to life.
So did she actually go and see Legrand at his cabin? Because she asked where it was and then disappeared for a few minutes. And if she did, then why did she want to see him in the saloon later on? Because wouldn't she have told him who the killer was when she went to see him? Oh, damn! This is driving me nuts.
But
I
at
can't
some
wait.
point
I love
she
it.
didn't feel well anymore.
She overdid it a bit. She suddenly started to swoon and almost spilled her drink. I asked her if she wanted to rest for a moment in her cabin. At first, she didn't want to. She definitely wanted to stay in the saloon. But then she realized that she really did need to lie down. We left together. You know the rest of the story.
Okay, so she saw someone. She wasn't going to leave. Then she saw a murderer and left to get away.
The glass you handed me last night, where did you get it?
Ah, I understand. You think your glass was poisoned as well?
Did you pour it yourself?
It was poisoned.
No. I saw that you weren't doing so well and wanted to rescue the situation. I took the first available glass and I give it to you.
Was it on the table?
No, I hurry over to you, together with Dr. Gebhardt, who, of course, he had the glass in his hand. He was looking around for a place to set it down, so that he could examine you. I took it from him.
And gave it to me?
I'd like to apologize for that, but you look so worse for the wear, and I just wanted to comfort you. I didn't think of looking for a new glass for you.
So the doctor had the drugged glass in his hand.
I think Dirk mentioned that he looked back at the footage and it looked like the drink was meant for Gerhardt. So, well spotted, Dirk. It looks like you're right there. But why would you want to take out the doctor? I mean, at the end of the day, the doctor, all he's done is examine people like the Baroness who's dead and said she's dead, and looked at Zellner's head. He hasn't done anything special. I don't know. Let's move on.
Is it possible to find out where the alarm was set off?
I'm afraid not. There are alarms all over the ship.
I saw that they're sealed. Can't we just check whether the seal is broken?
I'm afraid they're gonna be missing on a lot of alarms. You know, this is an old ship, and over the years...
So, you're saying that the alarms haven't been regularly maintained?
That's not
I'll
good.
inform the crew immediately, of course.
Of course.
That's not good. So if you pull some alarms, they're not going to work, and yet they might save lives. So really, you'd think they'd keep them up to date. Okay, last one.
What can you tell me about the passengers?
Oh, not that much, I'm afraid. I wanted to get to know them properly at the reception. In most cases, I just shook hands with them as they boarded the ship. There are a few regulars on board, and after dinner, I had a conversation with Mr. Kreutzer,
The violinist,
talented
yeah.
violinist, and Lady Westmacott. But you already know them from the train.
It seems like there aren't that many passengers on board.
These bloody airplanes are making our lives miserable.
Bloody.
Can you imagine?
The bloody aeroplanes.
Prefer to jam themselves into a narrow metal coffins instead of enjoying the fresh sea air on a ship.
I agree,
It's all
my
about
friend.
saving time.
It shouldn't be about how much time it takes to get from A to B, but about how you spend that time. What you experience on the journey. That's what it's about.
That's right. It's the
I'll get
journey,
back
not
to
the
my
goal.
investigations now.
Ciao, Constable.
I agree. I'd rather just take a nice cruise and rather than blasting away through the air and yeah. Okay, I don't want
Lady
to. I
Westmacott
just want to talk
seems
to
be
her.
an early bird, but maybe that's just because of all the excitement.
Let's just talk to her.
Lady Westmacott, already on your... Oh,
Constable, don't you think before you speak?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No time for chit-chat. What have you found out?
We're still working on the case. Actually, I have a couple of questions for you.
Please, go ahead.
It could be interesting to have her mind going at it because she has wrote these novels, so she's got to have some kind of analytical mind.
What did you think of our adventure on the train? An extraordinary story, isn't it?
I'm glad that you were able to prove yourself, Mr. Zellner.
Hopefully not for the last time.
I'm glad that everything ended well. I want to thank you sincerely for taking care of Matthew.
No problem. Yeah.
Bear to think about something happening to him.
It all worked out in the end.
She's a lot more attached to that kid than she makes out with, look of it.
Do you think that the thief from the train and the murderer are the same person?
No,
I think the new Raven is capable of anything.
I agree.
Legrand believes there is no new Raven. He thinks that the old one has returned.
He said that.
Do you think it's possible? Everyone thinks he's dead.
No.
As a dramatist, the return of the Raven would certainly be delightful. A legend comes back from the grave for one last job. It's quite romantic. At the same time, though, I'd be disappointed.
Why is that?
I followed the Raven's career closely. There weren't many burglars with such character and charm. His burglaries were clever and entertaining, but he was sloppy in London. He almost got caught. And I'll never forgive him for the affair on the train. No, I would much rather that the Raven stayed dead and had nothing to do with the burglary or the murder.
Okay, now I know I keep breaking in and giving theories, but like I say, I'm just trying to play along, you could say, with those that are going at discussing this with me, but let me just run this quickly by you. I still say that Legrand is being the Raven. And I'll think about it again. This kind of makes it even more sure. Constable Oliver turns up, says to the museum security guard that there's going to be a burglary before it even happens. That museum guard says, "How do you know?" He says, "It don't matter." Next minute, it's taken away. And like she said, where Lady Westmacott, it was the only jewellery, it was the only theft that was sloppy. The Raven before that was precise and charming and perfect, whereas that one was sloppy as if it was done by someone else. That to me says Legrand, because then it explains why the note ended up on the train when the lights went out. Because unless he hung down from the roof and threw it through the window or something and landed it on the safe, you know, it wouldn't be the Raven. He definitely wasn't in there. He wouldn't stay in the place where the bomb was on the train. He wouldn't go in there. If he could help it, he could get killed. So to me, it had to be somebody else. And so I think it's definitely Legrand that's doing it to try and bring the Raven back to life and, you know, give him. And then he keeps telling people it's the real Raven. So then his fame comes back and people watch him will think he's brilliant again. I think he's just tried to rehash his career. But anyway, let's carry on.
What do you think? Who is our suspect?
Everyone. Or almost everyone. Everyone on board is physically capable of shooting someone. But who has the dark desire to take the life of a defenseless person?
One cannot read minds.
And one should not try. You have to collect evidence, traces, clues. That's what will lead us to the killer. It won't be like a bad crime novel, in which they introduce a new character shortly before the end who, surprise, surprise, is also the murderer.
Don't know.
Leave
Possible.
evidence. They're nervous or unnaturally relaxed. They have to adjust constantly.
And because of that, they make mistakes. This is your chance, Constable. If you find the mistake, you'll find your murderer.
But what was the mistake? Okay, Dirk, Pig, what were them feathers doing in that vase and under the bed? Why would there be burnt feathers under the bed and in the vase? That's something I'm not exactly seeing, but yet they made a big deal about it and he kept them. Now, I know you'll probably find out that answer later in this episode. I don't know if you will or not, but I'm interested. It's an interesting question.
Have you noticed anything related to the murder?
Unfortunately not. I was already in my cabin and missed all the commotion. Damnable old age.
You're telling me.
Oh, you're still young. At my age, you have to expect that you won't experience much anymore. And although I've written about murder so many times, I've never actually witnessed one. How exciting.
I doubt everyone is so relaxed in such a situation.
Heartless is the word you're searching for, right, Constable?
I
certainly didn't want the Baroness to be murdered, but if I can't undo it, then I might as well enjoy it.
I like her way of looking at things. That's life, isn't it? If you can't change it, you might as well enjoy it no matter what.
What do you think of Inspector Legrand?
He seems to be as skilled as everyone says. Intelligent, focused. I had a chat with him yesterday, and he impressed me, but there's something haunted in his eyes.
Yes.
I don't think he ever really stopped hunting the Raven.
Catching the Raven made him famous. What if he actually shot the wrong person? Unjustified fame bothers people, the good ones at least.
And you think he's one of the good ones?
Anyone who tries so hard to tear down his own memorial must be honorable. Or insane.
I have to be going, Lady Westmacott.
Please keep me informed, Constable Zellner.
Of course.
Will do. That was quite interesting. Okay, there were a few things in there. So I don't know like we've got anything else around here. I don't need to talk to De Conti again. I don't think, anyway.
I'm sure Captain De Conti wouldn't mind a chat, but I don't think he can...
Yeah, okay. So, let's go back out. No. Go, there we go. So I've talked to the butler, that's no point. There's no point going back to the medical. Okay, let's go outside. See what's down here. Right, people keep mentioning this forecastle. Where's the forecastle? Go to the afterdeck, go into the ship, examine the gangplank. Okay, let's go this way. What's down there?
I suppose the life jackets are stowed there, close to the railing, close at hand in case of emergency.
See, this is what the gun was supposed to have been dropped on. How would you not know that's there when you're throwing the gun out? Honestly, how would you not know?
Curious. One can easily toss a gun into the sea from almost anywhere on the ship without being noticed. And yet, the murderer chose the one spot where it's not actually possible.
See what I mean? It just don't make sense. Oh, there, go to the forecastle. There we go. Ha! Found it. Everybody keeps mentioning this forecastle, so I want to go down here and have a look exactly what's so good about it. Who's down here? Ah, Oliver. Hello, Constable Oliver.
It may not seem like it, but Constable Oliver is actually a very effective watchman.
Just talk to him.
What's going on?
The Raven just flew by. Or at least, he might as well have.
I wasn't asleep.
I understand. It was just a ruse.
Okay, stowaway.
Any conclusions about a young stowaway?
Yeah, he's a bit suspicious. Foreign and whatnot.
I see. Did he act suspiciously in any way?
No. The shot surprised him as much as it did me. Looked in on him earlier. Still seems to be asleep.
Covered with a blanket from head to toe?
Aha. He's still in there. I poked him.
Did you now? Did you give him a really good poking? Is that like giving somebody a good poking? in down there. Yes. Question the stowaway.
May I go downstairs and have a couple of words?
I bet he says
guest?
no.
No.
Told
may
you.
not.
Come again?
Inspector Legrand wants to conduct all the interrogations himself.
I'm sure he'll understand if I form my own conclusions.
He ordered me to guard the door, and that's just what I'm going to do.
How about a bit of individual initiative?
How about letting a man do his job? Or do you think you'd be better at it?
I think I would be better at it, yes.
What do you think? What happened here last night?
The Raven broke into the Baroness's cabin, she surprised him, and he shot her.
No.
What was he looking for in her cabin?
She was a rich woman.
He didn't want to steal her purse. He wanted the third key.
So Legrand also told you about that.
Why did he lock the door?
Why not?
From inside? An impressive trick.
I'm not saying I know how he did it. I'm just saying that it was him.
Why didn't he leave a raven feather?
Are you serious? We'd have suspected him straight away.
But you suspect him anyway.
Fortunately, we still did.
This Oliver, you know, has got no sense
Let's
at all.
assume that the old raven really has returned and that he really is responsible for all this. Who is he? Or she?
Dirk mentioned it could be a
Could be
she.
anyone. No one's ever seen the Raven.
He could also be paying someone else to do his dirty work.
Well, of course. No, it's a fact that he used to work with partners. They even arrested some of his accomplices.
But no one could ever identify the raven himself. Some claims that they didn't even know that they were working for him. Fascinating. He could have hired someone with financial difficulties to set off the alarm at a certain time without that person knowing why they were doing it.
The man Legrand shot back then, he was a famous safecracker. He could just as well have been a henchman.
Or the real raven. There's probably no better cover for a big thief than acting like a small one. I don't want to keep you from your duties any longer.
Good idea.
So yeah, he just kicks chair back, closes his eyes, and he's asleep again. Nah, I'm not going to examine the shuffleboard. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back inside. I don't know where I'm going to go, to be honest. Let's go back inside. Let me just check nobody else has come in here while I was talking to Oliver. Check around a few more things. Don't look like it. Oh. Examine ice bucket. Go on then. Whatever.
The alcoholic drinks and everything that goes with them is top-notch on this ship.
Cool. Open the ice bucket.
As expected, fresh ice and tongs.
Tongs? Oh, I took tongs.
Are even the police light-fingered nowadays?
Yes, we are.
I need this tool for a criminal investigation.
Well then, why didn't you say so? But bring the tongs back when you're done. Otherwise, I'll have cold fingers all day.
Don't worry. I will. So, enter the afterdeck. Let's have a look over here then. Okay. Examine towels.
Big, soft towels. I could reserve a deck chair with it. No, better not.
No, I don't need to examine speak. Wait there, tongs! I can go to Barrett. Oh, I can get that thing. Oh, we're going to that vase. Thank you for reminding me. I heard you. I heard you say, Michael, the vase. So I'm going there now. Let's go to the Baroness's room. Come down here. Okay, I wonder what we're going to take out the vase. It's going to be interesting. Okay, let's go. Tongue, vase. I hope this works. I hope it's...
Could work.
Try it.
There's something in there. Ah.
Gun? Oh no, he got a gun.
Someone stuffed this in the vase.
What is it?
Looks like it's been used to muffle a gunshot. If this isn't an important discovery, I don't know what is.
What?
Legrand, here I come.
Wait, what? There's no secrets. It'll be in here, I'm guessing. Why haven't you updated it? It should be here. No? Very weird. Gunshot in the cargo hold, no. Why? Why didn't it actually update it there? Is it updating it here? No. I don't know. Okay, well, I guess we've got to go and see Legrand. Let's go and show Legrand it, because then he might have a theory. No, down. These. Go. Walk. There we go.
A singed pillowcase is proof that there must have been a second gunshot.
Oh, that's what it were. It were pillowcase. I thought it were like a... That's why some flowers.
Spectre?
That's flowers. That's why some feathers will have been singed.
Can't you knock?
I didn't realize. I'm really...
I'm not getting anywhere. I'm going to question each passenger individually. Anyone without an airtight alibi will be checked for gunshot residue.
But, Inspector...
People trip up when you put pressure on them, Constable Zellner. The Raven is nervous. He's changed his methodology. and become a murderer. I'll see it in his eyes. After you.
But Inspector Legrand...
Weird.
We have no proof that the Raven and the murderer are the same person.
You may not know it, but I do. I will catch him, with or without your help.
I don't believe it. What's gotten into him? Ah, well. It makes no sense to tell him about my theories if his opinion is already set. I need evidence. Or better yet, the murderer. I also need his lab if I'm going to get anywhere. I need to get in there somehow. And I really need to talk to the stowaway. He may have information, and the inspector will just ignore him, since he's too young to be the Raven.
Well, that's it. We'll leave it there. It looks like there's still so much to do. Got to go to the lab, get inside his room to get to the lab, talk to the stowaway, find the murderer. Oh, so much work. Okay, so that's how far we've got so far. Lots of theories, lots of ideas. I'm going to be really interested to see what people come up with. So remember, if you've got a theory or you want to join in the conversation, in the comments, put it in there. And yeah, let's see if we can work out what's been happening here and get this solved before it actually tells us. That'll be interesting. Right now, I must admit I'm at a bit of a loss. There's a lot of loose threads that still need tying, and I don't think we've got enough evidence in the game to tie them together. But yeah, my theories are everywhere. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. You know I love you like I always do. If you're enjoying this, you really want to keep seeing more, click that like button. It just tells me if you're enjoying the game. So click that like button, it'll tell me that you're enjoying it. And don't forget, get involved. Give me some theories and let's see where we can get to. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. You take care. Bye for now.